Now Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag. As well, I think this one's going to be a face mask. They go counter with Howard. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. This is going to be caught by the rookie. It's John Ross. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Second down, Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. Sheds off the tackle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. The play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 23 yards on the play. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A first scoring update now from Carolina. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Let's go. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. This is Howard on 2nd down. Howard has the first down and then some. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And Green with a catch left side. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Dalton throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. 23 yards on the play. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you, and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears. They go with Howard again. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The rookie from Kansas State, Jordan Willis. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
want some breathing room. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. Now he's flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 5 yards there. And remember, Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush. So right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
If Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now here's Ross. Powerful running. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. The toss play to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. To throw here, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Here's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion. To throw again. Dalton. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up second down. An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go!
And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Now, never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Dalton, bootlegs out. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let... This is caught at the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Let's go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Ross on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Second down now after the incompletion. And he motions the wide receiver. Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. Flush to his right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now running right through it. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Howard has the first down and then some. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bears have broken the tie. And it's up and good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Dalton sets up play action. He'll buy some time right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got, and I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Bellamy. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And it'll be Dalton again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Raiders have moved back in front in that game. That has been back and forth all afternoon. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Chicago. Dontrell Inman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And his kick is right through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try to run for it with Howard. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville, and the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got room. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, Dalton. To Mixon on the check down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time. Left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Bears, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11.